and welcome to Case Closed. I'm Tracy Perry, your host. We'll soon go inside an actual courtroom in the Warren District Court to look at real small claims cases in action. Under Michigan law, small claims cases may be brought by individuals seeking $3,000 in damages or less. Neither side may be represented by an attorney in small claims court, and the judge's decision is final. Now for the case of the motorcycle malfunction.
And Mr. Bennett, this is your case. What's this all about?
Gave the defendant a motorcycle gas tank to seal the inside of it. He did that. I got it back from him. I put gas in it, and the coating on the inside all came out the second I put some gas in it. Called the defendant about it. Over the phone, he told me his ovens were damaged or didn't work around the same time I had that done by him. He told me to come bring it in, and I'll look at it. He kept it there. He told me to call him in a week or so, and he would get the inside of it recoated again. He informed me that he had to take all the paint off the tank because when he bakes the new coating in, it will destroy the paint. So I went back there a week later. He didn't do anything to the tank. I asked him what he was going to do about the paint. He told me to bring in some paint for him and he will repaint it himself. I told him I don't have any paint. I'm not going to buy any paint for him. And this is why I'm here.
So this was a motorcycle?
Yes, a gas tank.
Gas, did you bring, okay, I mean, did you bring in just the tank or the whole motorcycle?
Just the tank.
Just the tank, all right. And let's back up. What kind of work did you have to have done on the tank?
The inside of it had to be coated to seal it and prevent it from leaking.
So it was a leaky tank?
It was a brand new tank
Why did you have to bring it in to him then if it was a brand new tank?
because in order to prevent pinhole leaks and to seal it from rust, you got to get it coated.
Well, I don't understand that. I mean, I don't drive motorcycles. But where did that tank come from?
Paul Yaffe.
Who? What?
Paul Yaffe, it's a company.
Okay, you bought it new?
Yes.
So when you buy a new tank, gas tank for a motorcycle from this company, you just can't use it?
No, it comes raw, not painted, no body work, nothing.
So you had to have what done with it again?
I had hit the defendant coat the inside of it to prevent rusting and leaks.
And he coats it with what?
I have no idea.
You brought it into him.
Yes.
What happened? Did he do the work?
Yeah, he did the work.
How much did you pay him?
$152.64.
Okay. And he apparently did it?
Yeah, he did it.
And then what?
I got it back from him. I put gas in it, and all the coating came off.
You could see by looking in the gas tank?
Yes,
You went back to him?
yes.
And what happened?
He informed me that his ovens were down or broke during the time he did that, and said he'd reseal it for me.
Okay. And you don't want him to do it?
So when he reseals it, he said all the paint's gonna come off.
The paint from the inside?
No, I already had the outside painted after I got it back from him
Well, what paint are you talking about? What paint is coming off?
on the tank, on the outside of the tank.
On the outside of the
Yes.
tank? Why would that be? If isn't he doing something on the inside of the tank?
Yes, he said when he bakes it, all the paint will come off.
You didn't want that?
I shouldn't have to pay to repaint it.
So you never had him reseal it then, right?
No.
You're suing for $1,652.64, right?
The price has changed, but yes.
Where'd you come up with that number?
The painter that painted it originally,
The what?
the painter that painted it originally had to repaint it.
So you painted him. Did you ever have it resealed on the inside?
Yes,
Was it done properly?
yes,
Do you use the tank now?
yes.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it.
So you're suing for the amount that you had to pay a painter to paint the outside of it
Yes,
and to have it resealed.
yes.
When did I maybe I missed something here. When the paint came off on the outside, when?
In order for him to seal it, he said all the paint has to come off first
Right.
to reseal it.
Okay, so he never did that.
No,
Okay, so when the other person did that.
yes.
You didn't do that the first time. The paint didn't come off the first time you took it there.
There was no
did it?
paint on it the first time.
I see. It was just metal?
Yeah, it was just raw.
Okay, but he did paint the outside of it.
Not the defendant, my painter.
Your painter did?
Yes.
So you're, and then, what did you pay the painter to do this?
To repaint it the second time cost $1,360.
What do you mean the second time?
The second time, because they had to reseal it, and take all the paint off to reseal it.
That's what I don't understand. I thought when you got the tank, there was no paint on it, right?
Yeah, right, correct.
And did Ray's Radiator Clinic paint it?
No,
Okay. So why are you taking, where's the paint coming off? Then I don't understand. If they never, then you got it, there was no paint on it.
right,
He didn't paint it.
no.
Why did paint have to come off?
Because after he sealed the inside of the tank, I had to get it painted.
Okay.
After I painted it, I put gas in it, all the
Okay.
coating fell out.
All right. Okay. There's another step there.
Yes,
So you painted it, then you put the gas in it,
yes,
and then you started seeing the problems.
yes.
Okay. And you opened up the tank and you saw what?
All the coating
All the
floating in
coating.
the
But the
gas.
paint was still on at that point.
Paint was still on it, yes.
Okay. So when you got it repainted, was the guy who repainted it the one who painted it the first time?
Yes.
I see. All right. You have some receipts here or something?
Yes.
Let's see what you got.
I got some pictures too, if you want them.
No, yeah, bring them. Let's take a look.
This is original receipt.
Okay. Cost is $1,360, and it's difficult to say exactly what was done, but is this the receipt that you had to have it repainted?
Yes,
Okay. And you've given me the same type of document. These are both from North End Collision Incorporated. This one's dated October 24th of last year, and it's for $4,684.30. What's this?
he painted the whole bike.
So you're not asking to be reimbursed for that?
No, just the gas tank.
Okay, I don't need this then, do I?
That was the original, when I painted the gas tank the original time, that's the receipt.
Well, what is the cost of that that's on here? Is that separated?
I don't believe so. It was just, he painted the whole bike and that was a receipt for it.
All right. Looks like you're entitled to at most $1,360. That's what you have a receipt for it
Yes.
to be repainted. You don't have it. I mean, this other receipt is for the whole bike to be painted, you said. That shouldn't be anything that you're entitled to, is it?
No,
Okay. Well, you've given me some pictures here, which really are difficult to, I mean, they don't, it doesn't look, it doesn't tell me a whole lot here. You've got some pictures here that show the inside of the tank, but it doesn't really show anything. Now, here there's one with this white coating.
yes.
Looks like that it's breaking. What's that?
That's the original coating.
That's the coating that the defendant put on, correct?
Correct.
And this is the part that you're saying here was coming off, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, it got a little confusing there for a second. It sounds like this is a two-part painting process, and one of those processes failed, which means the owner had to start over from scratch. Let's see what the defendant has to say.
Okay. Mr. Ruminski, what do you have to say?
We've done a tank before for the customer.
You what?
We've done a tank in a prior pass for him.
Okay.
It's worked out fine. We've been processing tanks since 1986.
Okay.
Our process is a government patent process. In human error, you're going to have occasional time where something does fail.
Okay.
Normally, the fail comes in human error, meaning if you put an additive into the tank, if you put racing fuel into the tank, which we state on all our invoices, no racing fuel allowed,
Okay.
that will etch the liner, it will make the liner peel. I don't believe in this case that was the problem with the tank, but it can't be for certain, so naturally, I agreed to strip the tank.
You what?
I agreed to re-strip the tank,
Okay.
reprocess the tank. I did ask the customer if he had any extra paint. If he wanted to give me the paint, I would repaint the tank for him to keep him from paying any money out. The time he says the tank was at the shop was only there for the 3 days. We were going to strip the tank. To strip that coating out of that tank, we actually have to put it in the oven and like repeatedly bake it to get the chemicals to come out.
Okay.
And then we would actually reline the tank again, and I would paint the tank again for him, and hopefully he'll be satisfied with it. Apparently not.
But why did this happen? Why did this inside
Could have been,
coating of the tank come out or whatever happened?
the causes normally are human error, meaning you could have had a malfunction in the oven. We did have a problem with the oven 2 months prior to us doing his tank. The other problem normally is racing fuel or an additive put in. I asked him if he used any of those, and he said no.
You put racing fuel in this tank?
No.
I'm sorry, what?
No,
Did you put any sort of additive in this fuel?
No.
What kind of fuel did you put in the tank?
premium,
Premium. I mean, the regular type of fuel that I might put in my car, is it the same type of fuel?
yes.
I don't use premium, actually. I use the cheap stuff. But whatever. Well, you don't have any evidence that he put something improper in the tank, do you, Mr. Ruminski?
He's calling the coating a white. I think we have a sample of the coating, and it's really like a brownish red color.
Okay.
I did have a tank at my shop. I could definitely see that the liner was failing. What caused the failure? I mean, I have no idea. I mean, I can only assume either it could be, do you want to see the coating now?
Oh, why not? That's kind of interesting.
Been doing this for 28 years, and we very seldom have a problem with the liner, but that's what was coming off the tank.
This is what was coming off the tank. This just looks like paint chips to me.
Well,
But you don't have any evidence that Mr. Bennett put an improper fuel in the tank or a fuel with an improper additive, do you?
nobody can, Your Honor.
Well, I suppose somebody could, but apparently
Sure.
you don't.
Well, the defendant offers plenty of possible reasons for the failure of the paint, but there's nothing that he can really prove. Let's see what the judge has to say.
Well, it's not really a hard case. I've got testimony from Mr. Bennett that he took the tank in to you, Mr. Rominski, and wanted to have it recoated and painted, and you did that. Now he tells me that he looks at the tank afterwards and sees that that coating is coming out, that there's a problem with it. That obviously shouldn't have happened. You're indicating to me that you don't know exactly why it happened, but human error could have been the cause.
Most definitely.
It could have been the cause, or it could have been the result of something that Mr. Bennett did, but
Most
we don't have
definitely.
any evidence of that. So it seems that most likely it is human error, which would be your fault. So I have to enter a judgment in favor of Mr. Bennett. It's really not a hard case. I don't know exactly why it came out. I don't own motorcycles and don't even know how to drive one. But we do have this coating that came out, and it appears that it came out because of human error on your part, Mr. Ruminski. So the court is going to enter a judgment in favor of the plaintiff for the amount of $1,360. That's the one receipt that you do have, Mr. Bennett. The court's going to add to that cost, consisting of a $45 filing fee and a $26 service fee, which would bring the total amount of the judgment to $1,431, I believe. That's correct. And that will be the amount that you'll have to pay, Mr. Ruminski.
And the plaintiff wins. It sounds like the judge had an easy time of sorting that one out. Now we'll take a look at the case of the Vacation Day Mystery Pay.
This is your case, Mr. Chowdhury. What are you asking for?
Yes, I worked for Paradox Solutions last year from January to September. And at the end of September, I went on vacation, and Paradox Solution is refusing to pay me for the vacation pay.
Okay.
And their policy said that I'm eligible after 6 months.
Okay.
So that's my,
You said that there's a handbook that governs what you're eligible to be paid for?
that's correct.
Do you have that?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you show me the handbook where it talks about vacation pay?
I have a couple of time sheets too here.
Where's the handbook?
This is, what was
This is a handbook?
Well, that handbook was in various Word documents.
So it's not a book?
No, it's not.
Let's see.
various 4 or 5 documents, and I printed the one that was pertinent.
Well, you've given me a form that says vacation pay, and the heading of the sheet says Paradox Policy. Policy number 104. You can sit down, sir. It's dated August 2009, or effective August 2009. It says all regular full-time Paradox employees are eligible for vacation pay. Vacation pays as follows, and it lists years of service: 6 months to 3 years, 1 week per year. You think you're entitled to 1 week, then, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
It says all vacations must be requested on a vacation request form. This form can be obtained from Paradox Management. Paradox Management will then approve, disapprove vacations within 72 hours of submission. Vacation pay will be granted if workload permits. And you've given me 2 associate timesheets from Paradox Solutions, a limited liability company. Apparently, you took your vacation from October 3rd of last year to October 7th of last year, correct?
Correct.
And you're suing for,
1 week's pay, vacation pay.
well, yes, but it's $1,520. How did you arrive at that number?
40 hours times the hourly pay.
Mr. Chowdhury worked for a company, earned paid vacation time, used his paid vacation time, but didn't get paid for that vacation time. Let's see what the defense is here.
Okay, well, Mr. Romeri, what do you have to say?
Say that the last week that Racine Chowdhury worked for us, he worked at HA, 29 hours.
What do you mean HA?
HA is a company name. It's called HA.
I thought it's Paradox Solutions.
Well, yes, but we had him working at HA. They do plastic injection moldings.
So you were like a contractor for HA or what?
Yes, we were doing a project for them.
Okay, so he was there.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
And he was there a week. It was a long-term assignment that we put him on. And then all of a sudden, when he put in his timesheet for that week, he put in that vacation timesheet. He never requested a vacation slip. He never put in a request for a vacation. Went on vacation and then quit the company. So
What did you quit the company, sir?
Actually, I talked to Mr. Romeri and Mr. Stallman, and they authorized the vacation. Before I went on vacation, Mr. Romeri told me, and I did tell them when I was leaving that I will be leaving the company at that time. When I return, I'm going to work for somebody else. So Mr. Romeri told me to rethink about it, that when I'm on vacation, and have a good vacation, and when you come back, I hope you will change your mind and come back to work for us. Those were his words. So vacation was authorized by Mr. Stallman.
By who?
Mr. Stallman, his partner, who was the engineering manager, I guess.
But you never answered my question. When did you leave the company?
When did I leave the company?
Yes.
I left, when I gave them 2 weeks' notice, the day when I was going on vacation, I said, when I come back, I will not be working for you.
Mr. Chowdhury, I'm going to ask you again. When did you leave the company?
Okay, on September 29th.
September 29th.
That's the date on the,
Then why did you take a vacation from October 3rd to October 7th if you left on September 29th? You were done working on September 29th, right?
no, I told them I'm going on vacation. Yes, I said that.
See, I
And
don't
said-
understand. You're
Okay.
all over the place here. I can't
Okay.
figure you out.
Okay,
I mean, to me, should be very easy. You
okay,
if you're gonna quit,
yes,
you tell your employer the day you're going to quit, or
Yes.
you give 2 weeks' notice, and then you quit on that day, whether it's September 29th in your case or whatever date it is. I don't know. When did you give notice? Who did you give notice to? Let me ask you that.
I gave notice to Mr. Stallman.
Mr. Stellman,
Yes,
and that is who? Who's Mr. Stellman?
Stallman is my former partner.
Former partner.
Yes.
But he was partner at the time we're talking
Exactly.
about. And you told Mr. Stellman what?
that I am going on vacation for 2 weeks.
Oh, for 2 weeks. What 2
Starting
weeks?
October 3rd till October 14th.
October 14th. And when did you tell him that?
I told him mid-September.
Mid-September. So
Yes.
around September 15th, something like that?
Yes, around that time.
Okay. And did you tell him you were going to be leaving the company then?
No, I did not.
Who did you tell that you're going to be leaving the company to? Who'd you say that to?
I said that to Mr. Stelman on the 29th of the last day I worked at HA
On the
Industries.
29th. And you
Yes.
told Mr. Stellman on September 29th that you were going to be leaving the company?
That I'm going on vacation and then I
That
will
what?
be I'm going on vacation, which you authorized, and when I come back, I won't be working for the company.
So when was your last day? I guess that's what's in dispute, isn't it? Did you give anything in writing to Mr.
No,
Stellman?
I did not.
Mr. Stellman's not here, is he?
No.
Of course, you don't know where he is probably, do you?
Yes, I do.
You told him September 29th that you were going to be leaving the company,
Yes,
that you were going to be taking your vacation beginning October 3rd.
yes.
Okay. Did you tell Mr. Stellman at all as of what day you were going to be leaving the company?
Yes, I said I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks, and when I come back, I won't be working for, so this is my 2 weeks' notice. That's what I told him.
But the 2 weeks' notice was going to be vacation time. Right?
Yes.
Isn't that a little,
And, well, that was because he already authorized me to take the vacation on
when did he
September
authorize the
15th.
vacation time?
On September 15th, mid-September.
So you told him September 15th you were going to be taking 2 weeks off. He said, yes, go ahead, but he didn't know you were going to be leaving the company then, did he?
No,
Why didn't you tell him September 15th that you were going to be leaving the company after you came back from vacation?
because at that time I wasn't sure what I would be doing.
But you were sure right before you left for vacation.
Yes, I became more sure.
As the vacation time came
Circumstances.
closer, you became more sure that you weren't coming back.
Yes.
But you still wanted the vacation time. To be paid for.
Because I worked for 6 months, so yes, I was eligible for that as.
But you're only asking for 1 week's of vacation time.
Yeah, and that's the policy said that I'm eligible for 1 week after 6 months.
Then why did you say that you were going to be taking 2 weeks of vacation time in September 15th? Because you wanted to take 2 weeks of vacation time, but you only thought that you could be paid for 1 week?
Yes, I knew I would be paid for 1 week, but I was going overseas, so I cannot go back and come back within a week. So I was going to take 1 week without pay. Anyways, even if I was with the company, I would have taken that week off.
This policy here doesn't say anything about how much vacation time you're entitled to, only vacation pay. Mr. Rumeri, how much vacation time are employees entitled to?
After a 6-month period, it's a week, 40 hours.
But this is vacation pay, okay, on this policy that I was given by Mr. Chowdhury. It says years of service, 6 months to 3 years, vacation pay, 1 week per year, or 1 weeks per year, but either way, it's 1 week per year. Can an employee take more than that and not get paid for it?
You can take unpaid vacation, yes.
Okay. So there would have been nothing wrong with Mr. Chowdhury asking on September 15th for 2 weeks vacation, as long as he understood he was only going to get paid for one of those weeks.
Correct.
And you
If he
would
would've-
have,
Yes.
you would have let him do that.
Oh, correct, yes, if it would have been documented and if you would have filled out a vacation time slip,
Okay.
the way it states in the policy.
Well, yes, that's correct. Let's go. I read this before. I bears reading again. All vacations must be requested on a vacation request form. This form can be obtained from Paradox Management. Do you have that form?
No, I do not.
Did you request it on the form?
No, I did not fill out the form because when I talked to Mr. Stelman, he didn't mention anything, and I didn't realize at the time that I have to fill out the form.
Well, it's on this policy that you gave me.
Yes, it is on there, you are correct.
I mean, you obviously knew about the policy because you wanted your 1 weeks of unpaid vacation, but the same policy that sets forth that vacations must be requested on a vacation request form.
Well, there is much more to the story than we first thought, and that's where the problems are coming in. This one could go either way. Let's see what the judge decides.
Yeah, I've got two problems with your claim here, Mr. Chowdhury. The first has to do with this vacation request form. As I said, all vacations must be requested on a vacation request form. If you didn't do that, I'm not sure you have a legitimate request for vacation, at least to be paid for vacation time if it's not on the form, because that's part of the policy as well as the amount of vacation pay you get. So it seems to me the policy was violated right there. But secondly, I'm not sure while you were on vacation that you were an employee of the company anymore. I mean, once you told the employer, Mr. Stellman in this case, on September 29th, that this was going to be your last day, or that you weren't coming back, any reasonable person would interpret that that would be your last day.
Okay.
I don't see how you can, in any meaningful way, tell your employer that you're going to be on vacation and you're not coming back, but that vacation time is somehow time when you're still working for the company. Nobody does that, unless they're trying to pull a fast one. You know,
Okay.
I gotta dismiss the case.
Okay.
For the reasons that I indicated, Mr. Chowdhury. If you want vacation time, do it the right way, and number two, be an employee of the company. You weren't. Case is dismissed.
And the case is dismissed. If you find that you're involved in a dispute that you can't resolve, small claims court may be the answer. Thanks for watching Case Closed. I'm Tracy Perry.